So here's the special announcement. I want you guys to meet the official member of the Legends Blind Horsemanship team member. We picked him up today in Nicholasville, Kentucky. Blind horses are out there, and they seriously need not only a voice, but someone to be their eyes as well. For rescues in general, they need someone to be their voice. And with blind horses, they need a voice and someone to be their eyes. So through 2016 and 2017, we've been getting blown up with people commenting my name on several posts about blind horses needing homes, someone needing to save a blind horse and stuff like that. And I've been getting phone calls from Indiana and Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, even Virginia. And I'm just like, it's getting crazy. Like, I'm serious. And I actually, one of my friends had commented my name actually about this guy who's falling asleep right now. And I actually saw the photos and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna. And then I started reading more in depth about it and I was like, well, maybe I'll comment. And then someone else messaged or commented my name, and then I had messaged Jessica about it, and then it just kind of went from there. So usually it's difficult for me. I mean, we're full right now. We're officially full for the winter, but my thing is there's so many people out there who do not know how to work a blind horse or handle a blind horse, and quite frankly, it's intimidating to them. Because, you know, here's a 1,200-pound beast who is already fight or flight, you know, because of natural instincts, and you remove their one massive source of life is their sight, then what do you have? But here's the key point, is if you are already connected and grown that relationship with that horse, you're their leader. They see you as their leader. They smell you as their leader. And you might kind of giggle at that, but it's the truth. These blind horses, if I call to Darlin, you guys, if you go on my Ride for the Cross page, you can see me whistle and call her name, and she comes trotting down the hill, my blind horse. And if you were at the clinic, when I did the cue, she stood there, and then she kind of found me because of my smell. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to really pursue blind horsemanship, I mean, to the full extent. Now, through this past year, it's kind of been something that we've, me and my KB horsemanship team and Ride for the Cross team have kind of dipped into because, you know, to be honest, I didn't really know blind horses really existed. And that might sound kind of funny to you rescue people, haha, but seriously, I really thought it was, you know, if a horse was blind, it's for a health reason, so they got put down. And that's the honest truth. I actually wrote a book about a girl saving a blind colt from being put down, and then she trained him and barrel raced him. I wrote that when I was 14 years old, because I wrote it like, you know, someone writing a book about Santa Claus, to be completely honest. And then, you know, I said, you know, my goal as a horsewoman is to train and work with as many horses as possible, the breeds, the disciplines, and my next one on the list was a blind horse, and then God brought me Darlin. And so I rehabbed her from skin and bone to the massive beast that she is now. And then more started coming my way. And I feel like God has really placed a burning fire in my heart for these blind horses. So I'm really excited to announce that I have pulled my name a little bit from KB Horsemanship to its own name with Legends Blind Horsemanship, which is 100% dedicated to blind horses, meaning we're going to do clinics about blind horses, how to do basic blind horse 101, how to handle your horse, train them to pick their feet, you know, stand cross-tied, how to stand normally tied, you know, all kinds of basic things. And then more extensive things like starting under saddle or loading, showing, you know, trail riding. So my thing is, 2018 is going to be the year that I want to bring to you guys to show you that these blind horses are not crazy. They're not dangerous. okay? And so with that being said, my blind horse team, the Legends blind horse team, we're taking it to the show ring. We're taking it to the competition level. That got your attention, didn't it, sir? Yes, it did. So Darlin, my goal with her is actually to do eventually pro rodeo with. I know that's a huge leap, and to say you're going to barrel race a blind horse, like that's, number one, that's pretty scary, that's risky, right? It's risky. That's one of the biggest ones, is it's risky. And number two, you know, it's going to take a lot of faith. And isn't that what horsemanship's all about? You know, for me, just going out to a pasture with horses who have eyes, I'm having faith that I'm not going to get kicked in the head, right? Buddy. And it's risky going in there. You know, every time that we handle a horse, it's risky. So the only difference is with these blind horses is she has 110% faith in me, like I have 110% faith in her. So to me, it's just another day in paradise, okay? So with her, our goal is to do pro rodeo, to bring her, as a blind horse, her name to the top, to show people that blind horses got it. Apollo, I'm still not sure what that little goofball is going to do. He's still kind of everywhere. But I do want to take him into some sort of competition, whether it be, you know, trail or ranch, something that is still in front of the eye of the community, so that way you guys can still see another blind horse do something. And then this guy, my goal with him, since he has professional dressage training, you know, his cues are sharp. With dressage, it's very accurate, it's very soft. So I want to continue that work. And he is not going to do speed events. Instead, we are actually going to do, we are going to dip into Western events. My goal is to actually do some ranch classes with him and actually possibly rein with him. Now, y'all can laugh all you want. I really don't care, because he's a draft, and I think that's funny. But this guy can move. And I'm not talking, you know, us going to Vegas to do reining. I'm not talking about us, you know, doing all this crap. But I want to continue his soft behavior and to show you guys that he still has what it takes to be a good horse, a good riding horse, a good companion. Does that sound good? Huh? Does that sound good to you, buddy? Yeah? So like I said, you know, with the Legends blind horsemanship, we're not in it for the ribbons, we're not in it for the titles. We're in it to prove a point to the equine community that blind horses still got what it takes. So with Legends blind horsemanship, these blind horses are going to be legends to everybody, to the world. My goal is for these guys to be known throughout the entire world about what they can do, okay? So with that being said, my blind team is officially full. It's Darlin, also known as Legacy, Apollo, and now Theo, okay? And my goal is to actually compete these guys in several classes. And then Jack, my miniature stallion Jack, he's also blind. He's gonna be more so of like, you know, at home like clinics and stuff to teach you guys more so about miniature blind horse training, since he's a mini. So that's kind of where we're going with that. There's way more in-depth stuff about the Legends blind horsemanship, but that's going to be for another time. So I'm really tired. I've been on the road since 6 o'clock this morning. It's like 8 o'clock. Actually, I think it's like 8:30 now. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. But so I am going to call it a night, but I just wanted to share with you guys that information. And there was one more thing. Oh yes, and to clarify, KB horsemanship is still on. We're still doing it. Me and my sister are still doing it in my team. That's just going to be more towards rescue horses with sight, because it's a little bit different, and I'm not going to shut up yet, y'all. I still have to talk. The horses with sight, which is like, you know, horses who've been abused, horses who've been neglected, and horses who just have their sight, basically, are a little bit different than horses with no sight, or who are losing sight, because the cues are different. So when we do our clinics and our workshops and stuff like that, I really don't want to kind of combine the two of them, because it gets a little confusing. So we're going to kind of separate the two. So the Legends blind horsemanship is going to be mainly directed towards me, the blind horses, and y'all. KB horsemanship is going to be me and my team, working with abused horses of all shapes and sizes, also training horses to be performance horses and stuff like that. So it's still on, I promise. But the Legends Blind Horsemanship is going to be 100% dedicated to blind horses. So just be prepared for thousands of videos and photos, because now it is game time. 2018, get ready for us and our blind horses, because it's about to get real, all right? So thank you guys so much for your support with the blind horses. I know we've got a lot of friends and family all over the country, as well as a lot of friends overseas. So I thank you guys so much for your support with these blind horses and rescues, and our equine ministry that is still growing. Me and my team have so much more to tell you guys, but I would love for them all to be here when we tell you guys about that, and in our video that we're also going to share on January 1st. So stay tuned for that. So we're getting real out here, you guys, more real than ever. So thank you guys so much, and y'all have a blessed night, and we look forward to sharing our journey with you guys. So good night.